Have you ever felt the pull of a magic blanket? A blanket that feels incredibly comfortable and warm at first. When the world outside seems cold, scary, and uncertain, we crawl under it. It gives us a sense of safety. It promises us that as long as we stay underneath, nothing can hurt us, no challenge will have to be faced. And we believe that promise. The Buddha says, this magic blanket is our comfort zone, and it is a human being's sweetest, most beautiful, and most dangerous enemy. Today we're going to talk about that magic blanket, that comfortable prison we have mistaken for our safety. We will peel back every layer of this topic. We will understand why our mind is so drawn to this false security. We will expose every unspoken fear, every excuse, and every psychological trap that keeps us captive underneath that blanket. We will see how staying stuck in a boring job, dragging along a lifeless relationship, being afraid to learn a new skill, and living your entire life in the same city are all just different threads of the same blanket. The Buddha explains, your comfort is your killer. Today's journey is about seeing the truth of that blanket. This isn't meant to scare you, but to awaken you. We will understand how the very blanket that gives you warmth today is slowly suffocating your soul. So listen to these words with your entire being. This is not just a conversation, it is a deep commitment to feel that suffocation and to finally throw off that blanket. Because the Buddha says, the growth of life always begins just outside the edge of your comfort zone. That which is in comfort is not growing, and that which is not growing is slowly dying. According to the Buddha, we cling to this magic blanket because our brain is designed to conserve energy. Stepping into the unknown, learning something new, facing challenges, all require a great deal of energy. But lying under the blanket requires no energy at all. The Buddha says, this is a survival mechanism of our brain. It was designed to protect us from physical threats. But in today's world, that same mechanism is stopping us from growing mentally and spiritually. It sees every new thing as a threat. It prefers familiar patterns and habits because they contain no uncertainty. This blanket isn't just laziness. It is the result of our brain's deep programming. Let's look more deeply at the invisible threads from which this magic blanket is woven. The first thread is the fear of failure. Inside the comfort zone, you never fail, because you're not trying anything new. You only do what you already know. But the moment you think about sticking a foot out from under that blanket, the fear of failure grabs you. What if I fail? What if people make fun of me? The Buddha explains, this fear is so powerful because we have attached our identity to failure. We forget that failure is an event, not a final judgment. The Buddha says, every great person failed hundreds of times before reaching their destination. Failure is not the end. It is part of the journey. It's feedback, telling you which way doesn't work. But our frightened mind sees it as a full stop. The second thread is the fear of the unknown. Our mind likes to follow a map. It wants to know where the next turn will be, how far the destination is. The comfort zone is a familiar map, but outside of it, there is no map. There is a jungle, the unknown. And this unknown terrifies us. The Buddha says, but all of life's magic, all its adventure, all its growth, is hidden in that unknown jungle. Until you have the courage to leave that safe map behind, you will never discover a new continent. The fear of the unknown is actually the fear of losing control. And according to the Buddha, the feeling of control is the biggest illusion. The third thread is the crisis of identity. Sometimes our comfort zone becomes our identity. I'm just an ordinary person. I'm a shy person. I could never run a business. We have told ourselves these stories so many times that now we believe them to be true. The Buddha explains, we are afraid to let go of this identity, because if I'm not an ordinary person, then who am I? This fear stops us from thinking big. We become imprisoned by our own self-definitions. We forget that our true identity lies in our potential and possibilities, not in our limitations. And the fourth thread is decision paralysis. In today's world, we have infinite choices. Which career to choose? Which city to live in? Which skill to learn? According to the Buddha, when there are too many options, our mind often decides to choose no option at all. This is also a form of a comfort zone. Making no decision feels safer than the fear of making the wrong one. And in this process, we remain standing in the same place while life moves on. We keep analyzing, thinking, and the moment for action passes us by. What is the impact on our soul of being wrapped in that magic blanket? The Buddha explains, the first consequence is the slow death of your dreams. Every person has dreams, some deep desires. When you stay in your comfort zone, You kill those dreams a little bit every day. You start telling yourself, those dreams are not for me. I'm not worthy of it. Maybe I'll try next year. According to the Buddha, that next year never comes. Slowly, the voice of your dreams becomes so faint that you stop hearing it altogether. And this is the death of the soul. The second consequence is boredom and emptiness. The comfort zone feels cozy at first, but slowly it becomes boring. There are no challenges, no adventures. Every day feels the same. You stay stuck in a boring job. You drag along a lifeless relationship. You keep walking the streets of the same city. The Buddha says, you become a stagnant pond with no movement, and only moss grows in stagnant water. A deep emptiness, a sense of meaninglessness, begins to grow inside you. You are alive, but you don't feel alive. You are just passing time, not living. The third consequence is the erosion of self-confidence. According to the Buddha, confidence is never built by sitting in comfort. Confidence is always built by facing challenges, by moving beyond your fears, and by solving problems. When you always choose the safe path, you send a message to your mind that, I am not capable of handling difficulties. Slowly, you start to lose faith in yourself. You become afraid to make even small decisions. Your fear gets bigger, and your comfort zone gets smaller. And the fourth deepest consequence is that you never discover your own potential. The Buddha says, every seed has the potential to become a giant tree, but to bring out that potential, the seed has to break. It has to struggle through the darkness of the soil. When you stay in your comfort zone, you are like that seed which refuses to break. According to the Buddha, the biggest regret at the end of life is not how many times you failed. The biggest regret is how many times you didn't even try. You die wrapped in that magic blanket, along with all your infinite possibilities. So how do we throw off this magic blanket? How do we gather the courage to face that first cold gust of wind? The Buddha's entire philosophy is based on a single principle, a little light of awareness, and the courage to bring it into daily practice. The first formula for getting out of this prison is to befriend discomfort. The Buddha says, learn to differentiate between pain and discomfort. Putting your hand in a fire is pain. It should be avoided. But taking a cold shower in the morning is just a discomfort. Learning a new skill, talking to a new person, speaking on a stage, all of these are just discomforts. According to the Buddha, this is the way to slowly expand your comfort zone. Every day, intentionally do one small thing that makes you feel slightly uncomfortable. This will strengthen the muscle in your mind that faces challenges. You can call it the practice of discomfort. The Buddha's second teaching is to take small steps. You don't need to burn the blanket in a single day. Just pull it back a little today. The Buddha explains, big goals can be intimidating like huge mountains. Shift your focus from the peak of the mountain to your very next step. If you want to write a book, don't think about the whole book. Just think about writing one paragraph today. If you want to get fit, don't think about running a marathon. Just think about walking for 10 minutes today. The Buddha says, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This small step breaks your mind's resistance and creates momentum. The Buddha's third and deepest formula is to focus on the process, not the outcome. When you step out of your comfort zone, it's not guaranteed that you will succeed every time. You will fall. You will make mistakes. The Buddha says, if your focus is only on the outcome, every failure will push you back under the blanket. Put your focus on the effort. Don't measure your success by what you got. Measure your success by asking, did I give my best effort? Did I show the courage to face my fear? According to the Buddha, when you make the effort itself the reward, the fear of failure disappears. You start living life like a game. There is a beautiful story. A lot of fish lived in a pond. Their life was very comfortable. There was plenty of food, no danger. But one old fish was always restless. She would tell the young fish, beyond this pond there is a vast ocean. We should go there. The young fish would laugh and say, why? We are so happy and safe here. Why go to that unknown ocean? One night, a terrible drought hit the area. The water in the pond began to dry up overnight. All the fish began to die, gasping for breath. Only that old fish, who was always ready for discomfort, who was always in search of the unknown, somehow managed to reach a nearby stream and merge with the ocean. The Buddha explains, we are all like those young fish. We mistake our small, comfortable pond for the entire universe. We forget that beyond it lies an infinite ocean. Your comfort zone is your pond. It may seem safe today, but life is uncertain. Challenges will come. Changes will come. And if you haven't strengthened your wings, your abilities, you will not be able to face that change. This is what it means when it is said, your comfort is your killer. It slowly kills your soul, your dreams, and your courage. It turns you into a beautiful but lifeless statue. If this quiet conversation has touched that inner restlessness that comes from being stuck in one place, and you want to begin the journey of throwing off that magic blanket and flying into the open sky, then join this family. Subscribe to this channel so we can keep reminding each other that our wings were made for flying, not for resting. And today, go to the comments and declare your freedom. This will be a deep message to your own mind that you are now ready to leave that comfortable prison. Write, I choose growth, not comfort, because according to the Buddha, the real beauty of life is not in that golden cage, not under that comfortable blanket. It is in that first fearful flight. It is in that unknown sky. And it is in that feeling that you are free.